Hi class and welcome to our lecture in business mathematics, which is all about the buying and selling. So initial markup or mark on. So when we talk about this word, it is the amount added to cost to arrive at the original selling price, sometimes referred as margin. It is the difference between the original selling price and of course the cost. So this is an illustration. If a trader mark the merchandise that he or she bought for 100 pesos to sell at 120, the 120 is the original selling price. So 20 pesos is the initial markup of the merchandise sold. So, class, no, normally kasi, the first one who bought the product are the wholesalers, no? Kasi, normally, like in the supermarket industry, they buy in bulk kasi. So, normally, they could able to buy in lower prices. That's why the, this one, no, they have a 20 pesos initial markup for the merchandise sold. Pero of course, once na they sell it to the retailers, syempre the retailers no will buy it for 120. Syempre hindi naman pwede na 120 din ang selling price nila. So they need to also have a markup for the merchandise they sold. The next one is the additional markup. So, it is the amount added to the original selling price to arrive at a new selling price. So, to give you an illustration, if a trader decides to increase his or her selling price from 120 to 150 as the new selling price, then the 30 pesos he or she added to the original selling price of 120 is the additional markup. So sometimes the trader or the first who bought the products, nakikita niya kasi na may demand and may kakulangan sa supply. And in the perspective of the economics, if the demand is high and the supply is low, then we could able to further increase the markup that we initially included in our first selling price. Okay, so that is an additional markup. So tataas din ba ang presyo sa mga retailers? Yes, no? That will also entail additional markup to retailers, which of course in the end it will be shouldered by the consumers. So difference between markup and markdown. So when we talk about the markup, as mentioned here, it is the amount that a seller of goods or services charges over and above the total cost of delivering its product or service in order to make a desired profit. For illustration, if the trader marked the merchandise he or she bought, no, so this is actually mentioned already. But on the other hand, when we talk about the markdown, it refers to the deduction in the original selling price. For example, if the trader in our example reduces his or her original selling price from 120 to 115, the 5 pesos reduction in selling price is termed as markdown. Now we will talk about the margin or the gross margin. It refers as sales minus the cost of goods sold. Okay? So for example, no, if a profit sells for if a person, no, person siguro to, no? Mali to ipa-profit. If a person or business sells for 200 pesos and cost um, 140 to manufacture, its gross margin is 60 pesos, no? Stated as a percent, no? The margin is 30%. Okay? Calculated as the margin divided by the sales or the price, okay? This is the markup based on sales or selling price. So again, no, what we did is we just computed. So yun nga, no, we just computed the gross margin by, of course, no, by dividing the gross margin to the selling price of 200. So lumalabas, okay, na that is 30%. Now let's proceed with margin markup based on selling price. So it is expressing the cost and the markup in percent, wherein the selling price is used as the base. Our formula here is this one, which is cost as percentage of selling price is equals to cost divided by the selling price. On the other hand, markup as percentage of selling price is equals to markup divided by the selling price. So for example, here we have the cost markup and the selling price. Okay? So this one, no? The answer here is this one. Okay? While markup as percentage of selling price is this one. So what did we do? So ito, no, dinivide lang natin na sa 450. Okay, so dito nanggaling yon times 100. So that's why we come up with 67 points, 66 rather, 0.67%. On the other hand, this markup as percentage of selling price, we just divide this by 450 times ulit sa 100. So the answer is 33.33%. So to add up these two, that will be 100%. Markup, okay? It is the amount of the cost of a product that is increased in order to come up with the selling price. So, to use the preceding example, a markup of 60 pesos to 100 pesos cost yield the 200 pesos selling price, quantified as percentage. The markup percentage is 42.86%, calculated as the markup amount divided by the product cost. This is the markup based on cost. So, sabi nga dito, no, na kung kanina, markup percentage as to selling price, ito naman yung 42.86. This is the markup percentage as to the cost. Okay? So, what we did is, hindi natin dinivide yung 60 sa 200, but we divide the 60 doon sa cost. Okay? Na 140 times 100. So, therefore, the markup percentage as to the cost is 42.86. So, as you can see, no, markup based on cost. So, the formula here is selling price as percentage of cost and markup as percentage of cost. Okay? So in order for us to get this, selling price divided by cost, while this one, markup divided by cost. So, to illustrate, okay, so as you can see, no, na itong selling price as to percentage, no, a selling price as percentage of cost. So, what we did is, so we divide 450, the selling price, doon sa cost, no? Which is, we multiply it by 100. So, the answer is 150%. On the other hand, the markup as percentage of cost, no? We divide 150, okay, sa 300, no? Yung markup dinivide natin sa cost times 100. So, the answer is 50%. Trade discount and net invoice price. So, when we talk about the trade discount, it is a reduction from the list price granted to buyers, no? It could either be a single discount or a series of discount. On the other hand, pag sinabi nating net invoice price, this is the price of goods or service after the discount has been deducted. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, the formula here is the list price minus the net invoice price. Okay? Then, as you can see, net invoice price is equals to the list price discount, which is the NIP or net invoice price rate plus the discount rate should be equal to 100%. So for single discount, this is the formula, which is B is equals to B and R, no? So this is the which B is the list price, while the R is the discount rate, while the P is the discount. So to cut the story short, discount is equals to list price times the discount rate. So for example, compute the discount for an item with a list price of 1,250 subject to a 15% discount. What is the net invoice price? So for us to calculate that, no? So we're going to multiply, okay, 1 to 50, which is the list price, okay? Ita times natin sa 15%. Of course, we cannot, we have to convert this into decimal. So therefore, it is going to be 0.15. Okay? So, what will be the answer? Okay, the answer is 187.5. So for us to get the net invoice price, we're going to subtract, no, 1 to 50, which is the list price, minus the discount, no, which is 187.5. So that will be this one. Yan, 1,062.5. The next one is the series of discount. So a seller grants additional discounts other than the discount ordinarily given by him or her. Compute the discount and the net invoice price if an item 1 to 50 is given a 10% and a 5% discount. So as you can see, we have the net invoice price, wherein what we did is we multiply it by 90% and 90% and 95%. So the answer is 1,068.75. On the other hand, we could able to use another one, which is you're going to use the list price, then you're going to multiply it by 10% and by 5%, which you are going to get 187.5. Or if you want to have a shortcut, no, pwedeng gawin mo kung gusto mong makuha yung net invoice price, no, is yun nga 1 to 50 times 0.85, no? Kasi nga 15 parang pinag-plus mo rather yung 10% at 5% minus 100%, that will be 85%. That's why 0.85. So you're going to also get the same result. So ganun din, pag pinag-plus mo to, 1 to 50 times 15%, no? Ito na agad yung lalabas. So methods in solving, no? Method 1, the first discount rate must be multiplied by the list price. Then subtract the first discount from the list price to get the second discount. Multiply the difference between the list price and the first discount and the second rate. Okay? Then, the second discount from the said difference is to get the invoice price. So therefore, the formula of discount is the first discount plus the second discount. So this is going to be a long method kasi yun nga, parang kanina, no, kung iaano mo pa yung 1 to 50 times 10%, no, or 0.10. So kung ano man yung result, no, tapos 1 to 50 times the additional discount, which is 0.05. So kung ano man yung sagot nun, saka mo ipagpa-plus, no. So normally, class, no, in the industry, the reason why we try to separate that is for accounting purposes, no. Kasi nga hindi naman agad-agad minsan binibigay yung second discount, no. So therefore, for accounting purposes, for the transaction at para to balance, no, the result, no, in our financial statement, kaya hinihiwalay. Pero kung gusto lang nating malaman yung result per se, pwedeng pagplasin na lang natin yung 10 saka 5, no, kung we're just doing it for academic purposes. Pero for practice in the industry, sineseparate talaga nila kasi nga for accounting purposes yun. For method 2, multiply the list price dun sa rate obtained and deduct the first discount rate from 100%. So parang yun nga, no, yung ginawa kanina, no, which is 100%, no, dineduct natin yung 10%. Kaya yung parang lumalabas 90% yung multiplier natin. Okay? Tapos yung pangalawang discount 5%, so 100, no, minus 5, no, that will be 95%. Okay? So, ganun yung naging ginawa natin kanina. 1 to 50 times 0.90 times 0.95. Then we come up with the net invoice price. So, method 3, no? Deduct the series of discount individually from 100%, multiply resulting the products by themselves to give us the net invoice rate. Okay? So, deduct the NIP rate from 100% to get the single equivalent discount rate. So, ito na yung parang ginawa natin na, 'di ba, ang total na discount pag pinagsama is 15%, no? So, ginawa natin is, yun nga, minus na natin yung 15% sa 100%. That's why we come up with 85%, no? So, ginawa natin, para daw makuha yung list price, yun, no? Tinimes lang natin sa NIP rate, no? Na 85%. So, 1 to 50 times the 0.85. Okay? So, yun, no? Yun yung nangyari. On the other hand, pwede rin naman na, yun nga, no? Na yung list price, na original amount, or acquisition amount, ima-minus mo dun sa discount, no? Na 187.5. So, actually, same ano lang din. Same result. Depende na lang sa how you, how you compute it. So, that would be all. And thank you so much for listening.